The shattered remains of the old world lie in ruin, leaving their old technology behind with no power source to be plundered by ambitious scrappers. Some seek to destroy this ancient tech for fear of ending up as extinct as the old ones before them, while others look for a new power source to rocket civilization forward into a new age of prosperity. This is RP Jesters. Power in the Dark.
Everybody, and welcome to the first real episode of RP Jesters, Power in the Dark. Are you guys ready?
Yeah!
Woo!
We made it, baby!
All right, I'm excited. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm feeling pretty good. With me today, I am Casey, your Dungeon Master, Casey Reardon. That is who I am, but we have some fun players here as well. We have Rachel Kordell.
That's me.
We have Sky Swanson.
Hi, everybody.
We have Andrew Frost.
That's news to me.
We have Seth Coveyou.
Hi.
All right. And we have Jonas Tintenseher.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I'm getting there. I will get it right eventually.
It was like falling down a hill when you said it.
Listen, that's how I feel every time I say it. So
You know, I totally feel that was an accurate representation of what that sounded like.
Yeah, that was great.
Mom, I'm on a podcast and they're mispronouncing my name.
Yeah. Do you want to say it for all the people to know correctly?
Yes, Coveyou.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't want to say anything about Seth's name.
Well, I'm glad somebody... Listen, you gotta point that out to me. I've only seen your names written.
No, I wanted to let it
That's
go
fair.
on for as long as possible.
Anyway, welcome to our first episode. I think we can just go ahead and jump a little bit into this. If you guys haven't listened to episode 0 to get some of the juicy lore, what are you doing? Go listen to that. If not, if you have listened to it, great. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad you're supporting us. That sounds great. All right, let's move on. We're going to go ahead and start out in the lovely port city of Windsail. A little bit on Windsail itself. It is the biggest port city of Varlumis, one of the continents here. And they kind of deal in the trade for the continent, going to other places, other continents as well. And because they are on the Fellos River, which runs through Varlumis, that is why they kind of have the most business. With that, we are going to go ahead and jump to the docks of Windsail. We start out in the port city of Windsail. It's a beautiful morning in the city as the sun has just started to rise above the horizon. Seagulls flap about in the sky as sky lizards swoop down to the city streets to catch their morning meal of vermin. Dozens of men and women work the docks in clockwork, militaristic fashion. The smell of sea spray assaults your nostrils as waves crash against the hull of boats on the docks. Men hoist crates and boxes up into their ships in perfect sync with one another, like a well-oiled machine as passengers from lands far away gradually make their way onto this foreign soil. We see one such passenger step onto the docks. Jonas, please describe your character.
Snøfrid is a something around 6.5 foot tall centaur with dark brown skin, a kind of ruddy rowan coat, and patches of vitiligo that kind of mimic the coloration. Long floppy ears, little grass circlet, dreadlocks pulled back in a ponytail, wearing clothes a little too heavy for this environment. with the sun shining down. Got a sort of a white plain shirt, a little orange scarf, leather apron, and then like a heavy winter wool coat kind of bundled up around all of that. Saddlebags on the side decked out, and 2 long poles strapped to the side of her packing. Clop, 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 clop. 4 hooves on the docks.
It's also worth mentioning, you do have a pin or a brooch buttoned with the symbol of the watchful eye, which is just an open eye gazing outward.
I do have that, that's true.
Yes. Alongside Snøfrid steps another figure dressed in the black and gold robes of the watchful eye. This large Goliath with a scar traveling down from the left side of his forehead to the right bottom lip, places a hand on your arm and says, "I know this isn't your first time alone, Snøfrid, but to be careful here. Varlumis is filled with destructive tech. The warmongers here play their games with the hubris of the old ones. Preach our word and see what you can find out about the Queen's proclamation. If they truly are going to demilitarize, we want to be a part of it."
I will make you proud. Thank you.
He nods to you and then steps off the platform leading down to the dock and kind of makes his way further into the city. He doesn't seem to be leaving just yet. Not too far from the hubbub of the docks, we make our way over to a small tavern. A sign hangs above the doorway, faded from the harsh sea air, that reads "The Loosened Buckle." Stepping out from this establishment is a human woman, mid-30s. She takes in a deep breath of the salty air as another figure exits the tavern behind her. Seth, please describe your character.
A young man with a boyish face, large round spectacles, and rough-spun mint green robes that drape their thin frame. Curly dark brown hair peeks from under a matching green wizard's cap, and alert light brown eyes monitor their surroundings with a definite expression of anxiousness. He holds a wooden staff about a foot taller than himself, of twisted walnut with a small milk-white orb at the top that appears to be gently grasped by 5 wooden fingers. A few scrolls of paper poke out of a well-used leather explorer's backpack that they carry on their back.
Awesome.
Backpacks go on their back. There you go.
The bag. It's on his back. The backpack.
Yeah,
It's a bag.
The backpack.
It's a backpack.
After a brief moment of taking in the sunshine, she turns to you, Barnabus, and says, "Barnabus, I'd like for you to try and find a ship on its way out to Spear if you could. I'm going to make my way to the library here. I'm not sure why. I have a feeling there's something important that we've missed here."
Actually, Aurelia, I've been thinking, do we have to go by the water? Is there like something like a bridge we could walk over? I mean, is there? I mean, just like something about like waves and swimming. I can't swim. I'm saying I can't swim.
She kind of smiles and like places a hand on your shoulder and says, "Barnabas, I know that you're not particularly a fan of the sea, but that is the only way to cross. There haven't been active teleportation circles between the continents in hundreds of years."
Okay. I mean, part of me wants to continue arguing that maybe we put our efforts into making teleportation circles because that sounds really cool.
We can certainly do that. We just have to get there first.
Yeah.
So we can put a teleportation circle on each
Right.
side.
Yes. I knew you wouldn't go for it. Okay. I guess I'll go to the docks.
She smiles at you and says, "Don't fall in." And she starts heading further into the city proper, towards the library.
I wasn't even thinking about falling in. Thinking about the big sailors.
The camera then pans and goes back behind Barnabas into the tavern, and we can see several residents of the establishment sitting down for breakfast. Warm meals are being brought to tables with eggs, sausages, oatmeal, and fruits. Sitting in the corner table is a lone figure with several sheets of paper spread out in front of them, with an opalite gem sitting in the center. They look up as one of the barmaids approaches to take their order. Rachel, please describe your character.
My character is a violet-toned tiefling with stark white hair, pulled loosely into a braid that rests over her left shoulder for the moment. She has dark horns that kind of carry an iridescent quality to them. And she's dressed in a teal linen. She has sandals that somehow carry the desert sand from back home still, despite her travels. And yeah, she's kind of adorned with, like you said, various maps and things. Of course, the most important being her opalite crystal.
The barmaid kind of looks at you with a pad of paper and a quill and says, "Right, is there something I can get for you then?"
Actually, I think I'm fine for the moment. Maybe just a glass of water.
She kind of rolls her eyes a little bit and says, Sure, of course, just a glass of water then." She makes her way back towards the bar area. Elsewhere in the tavern, we see another figure with an array of different foods and several flyers set out in front of him. He seems to be kind of looking over each one of these flyers, trying to find something within them. Andrew, please describe your character.
So, sitting at the table is a satyr, wearing these very desert sunset-oriented, traveling gear. Lots of very nice oranges and purples and golds. Very, very wild, windswept brown hair. But he's just sitting there at the table, just flipping through piles upon piles of flyers, just muttering to himself, occasionally just punching out numbers in his head.
Awesome. Looking over the jobs that you have in front of you, one in particular catches your eye. And it looks like a sailor is looking for someone to check out the cliffs along the shores of Windsail. The sailor's name is Taugos Finn, and the flyer says to meet him on the docks by the harbor master.
Okay. Alright, here's job number 1. Let me just put that on the ledger, and we'll be moving out.
I love your character's voice.
Awesome. So then the camera kind of pans out of this tavern and goes all the way across the city to the western gate. And from here, you can see, from the bird's eye view that the camera's taking, we can see the scope of the city. It's not massive, it's not tightly packed buildings, but the buildings here do tower much larger than people have seen if they haven't been to a city before, if they're only from villages. Some of these buildings are several stories high, the largest of which is the tower of the library, which is sort of in the center of the city. The whole city also sort of slopes up from the docks, so you can get a very nice view of the entire city from standing at the docks because it's all sort of laid out in front of you. But as the camera keeps moving over, we see a tall, imposing structure made of rigid and cold steel, which is the Western Gate. The gates are currently open, and a crowd of people are making their way in from the surrounding villages. Within the crowd, we zoom in and see one individual gradually making his way into the city. Sky, please describe your character.
So Bratha Hesk is a lizard folk. Bratha is about 6 feet tall. He's got decently dark green skin and scales with these sort of brownish, reddish highlights going across the top of his head, and just the squarest jaw. A big old fat jaw, honker of a jaw. And he is currently heading into the city. He's got a huge backpack slung on, I guess it would be his left arm, and just a huge pauldron on the right shoulder as well. He's dressed in his armor. He's got his cape on. To those people who would be rather observant, he walks with a very slight limp on his right leg, as he's sort of making his way into the city, but he just has this like huge grin on his face, and there's a bit of like a spark in his eye right now. And I just imagine that he's sort of like, as he's heading in, there's like a guard standing there, and he just like, smells like change. Where am I going today? Just like totally asks him out of the blue.
Right. Well, kind of ask me that every day. I don't know. Maybe you should head to the docks. I don't know. Last time I asked you to go to the library, and you spat at me.
I'll never set foot in a library. Things there never change. And he sort of like sweeps his cloak, and he just nods. But the docks will do. And he sets off into town.
Right. Well, good luck. I guess. Have fun. Weirdo.
I don't think my perception is high enough to hear him.
Uh-oh.
All right. So you all sort of make your way to the docks at this point. I would say that Artemis, your maps and things, you're trying to get situated to head back home, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, so you're all kind of making your way to the docks. And like I said before, you get a beautiful view of the city from here. The entire metropolis is kind of laid out in front of you. And from your vantage point here, you can very easily see the tower of the library. It kind of stands as a monument to Windsail, along with the mayoral palace at the top of the hill. It's all quite the spectacle. And as you sort of start your day, you eventually end up over by the harbor master, whether you're trying to charter a ship or whether you're trying to find a job. That's sort of the go-to place for everything. And when you get here, you can see that a rather large crowd has sort of gathered. And everybody's sort of waiting in line for the harbor master. It kind of flows all the way down the docks, and the people waiting in the line don't seem particularly happy. Some of them may have been here for hours, it seems, and it's still early in the day. I should also mention that most of the people in line here are of the human, dwarf, and elf variety. You don't see a lot of more exotic species, exotic lineages. But you all see each other. You see the eclectic group of a lizard folk, a tiefling, a satyr, a centaur, and a teenager.
Truly,
The teenager.
the strangest of them
The
all.
strangest of them all, the teenager.
Disgusting. No offense to any teenagers out there watching.
But yeah, you all kind of get in line here with these kind of strange people. Do you say anything to each other?
I don't know if Hesk does. He might be kind of focused on getting the job right now. I mean, he was pretty open with talking to the other guy. I don't know. Would any of you approach a 6-foot kind of scary looking lizard guy?
I mean, are we all, like, standing next to each other?
Yeah,
like,
so you all kind of
just,
get...
like,
you might get...
like, that just when we get in line, we're just like, oh.
I love that.
You might not all show up in line at the same time. However, you all end up in line together.
Gotcha.
Like, nobody's in between you. So probably Snøfrid would be the first one there, then Barnabus, Artemis, Leo, and then Hesk. Hesk would probably be the last one there because he has the furthest to travel.
Yeah, I think Snøfrid would recognize a wizard apprentice and maybe see that he's also kind of looks rather anxious and would spark up a conversation in the same way that you would with a lone child at an airport.
Not weird at all.
No, but you know, you like,
hey there,
like,
buddy.
Exactly. You want to calm
Are you
them. Like
lost?
you see someone upset flying alone. You want to calm them down. Snøfrid, like, excuse me. I notice your hat is very tall. Where are you coming from?
I think Barnabus has been looking down at his feet and trying not to make eye contact with the gruffer dock workers that kind of look a little bit mean. And just now he looks up and says, "Oh, you like my hat? I love your saddle. Oh, I like your ears."
Thank you. A little bit.
Very cool.
You know magic? Any magic?
Oh yeah, I know some. I can do some. That's what the staff and you know, they don't just give these hats away. I had to buy it.
You seem rather nervous. Is this your first time alone?
No. I mean, I go. I was gonna say I go to the bathroom alone. Oh my god, this conversation. I've been out by myself. I am, I'm almost a man. I am a man.
It's okay to be nervous. It's my first time alone away from home as well.
Oh, okay. I mean, are you feeling a little scared? It's all right if you are.
So Snøfrid has this look of I'm not, and then is I see what's going on.
I mean, I really know these docks, and I'm
Yes.
gonna charter a ship to Spear, and me and my wizard mentor, we're gonna go out and we're gonna find more young wizards, and just stick by me and I'll guide you through this. Don't worry.
Well, I am glad to have a friend in this new and unfamiliar land.
Let's stick with acquaintance first. I mean, I don't even know your name. My name's Barnabus.
Barnabus. Snøfrid will put a hand kind of at a 45 angle downward, offer for a shake. I am Snøfrid of Åsbrush. I'm from Spear, actually. Nice to meet you, Barnabus.
Oh, you're from Spear. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. And I like your robes and that. Well, what's this emblem you've got on your chest?
Oh, this I have been appointed an inquisitor for the Watchful Eye. I am here to look for old things and catalog them.
The Watchful Eye. I don't know what that is. What is that? It sounds important.
I'm like,
You guys are all here at this point.
I was
so,
gonna say I've been trying to bring up different things to try and rope in someone else to jump in and be like, oh, I'm also and it just this conversation
Nobody's saying anything.
Just keeps fucking going.
I will never stop.
Yeah, the plot doesn't move on until everyone introduces themselves.
Esther's walks up. I'm Hesk. And he just looks down. He just looks away.
Oh my God! That's big. He's a big guy. Wow.
I like. I think Hesk. He arrives, and he heard you guys mention that this is sort of your first time traveling alone and whatnot, and he's a little late to it. But he slings off his bag and he pulls out. It's not the freshest, but he pulls out basically a loaf of bread, and he breaks off a piece of it, and he walks to both of you, and he says, "I understand the want to be nervous. Eat something. It'll calm your nerves. A full stomach makes everything easier."
That's tempting. That's okay though. I appreciate the offer, and I appreciate that out of everyone at this dock, you chose me to give me your bag bread.
We'll just kind of push it towards you. He's much taller than you. He just pushes it into your hands, basically.
Okay, it's lovely.
You need to eat. You are so
small. You must become big if you wish to survive.
Ooh, okay. I do wish to survive. A little hurt by the height remarks, I gotta say. I mean, I'm 5'7" 3/4, pushing 5'8". I mean, that's pretty tall. I mean, back home I could get everything off the top shelf. I don't know why you're coming at me like that, Mr. What's your name again?
My name is Hesk, little one.
Oh, and the little one. Okay. Well, thanks, Hesk.
I kind of see an opportunity. I think Artemis, who would probably be listening to this conversation just because, I don't know, it's pretty there seems to be a lot going on there, would turn around and maybe be like, I don't think he meant to call you small necessarily. You're quite average height, actually.
That's what I was going to say.
He is small. He is little. He cannot lift big things.
I mean, he's
Alright.
he's taller than me.
You too are also small. You eat bread.
Okay.
And he hands you a piece of bread as well.
Alright.
I guess I'll take it. And you're like, thank you.
And we've all got our bread, and we can be big, scaly people.
So Leo, who is before Hesk in line and has been cut for the bread situation.
Yeah, Hesk definitely just got kind of pushed past you.
It's just kind of gonna lean over and be like, okay, I've been in a lot of weird lines for weird things, and this is up there. This really takes the cake for just confusion.
Are you gonna call him short too? What's up?
You
What's
are
going
all
on?
short other than the big one there. It is rare I meet someone bigger than I.
Snøfrid is side of her cheek is bulging with the bread, wipes a couple crumbs away.
Yeah, see, if he's tall, everyone's short. So you're not short, you're average. It's okay.
It is fine to be small. You will become bigger as we survive.
All right. I don't like how you're saying survive. It's not my favorite thing.
I just also want to point out,
Yeah.
Hesk should be fine with being small because you could go from big to small and that's still change.
No, literally, I was about to say
Oh,
that.
dude, I stole it from you.
Don't you ruin my roleplay? Hesk simply looks to you and goes,
As with everything, we are all but change. And you too will change.
I'm gonna kind of aside to Artemis, even though I don't know Artemis's name.
No, I haven't
Just
introduced myself yet now.
Oh my god, we're dealing with a zealot.
Yeah?
I mean, you all know the deities, so
Yeah.
him saying that is very much like, oh, he definitely follows change.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Artemis also kind of follows change. So just
Perfect.
Change squad.
I mean, he's not wrong for what it's worth. My name's Artemis, by the way.
Hi, Artemis. I'm Barnabus. I don't like how our
We
names
rhyme.
rhyme.
I like how he just... I don't like it.
Feels wrong. I'm gonna change.
I felt foolish when I said it out loud.
I'm gonna call you Artie, and
Well, what's your name?
oh me,
Yeah.
name's Leo. How you doing?
I'm all right. Are we all buying tickets then?
I think so.
This is the ship to Spear, right? That's where we're going.
No, I just arrived. I'm looking for lodging.
I do not know. I just simply joined the line.
That sounds about right. As you're having this conversation, eventually the harbor master comes out of his little building. He's a rather portly halfling gentleman, and he steps up to the line, and you can hear him shouting to the crowd. And he says, I regret to inform you all that the harbor and any travel out of the city has been postponed by order of the Duke. There have been several attacks on caravans and sea vessels, and Duke Hammersmith has advised that no travel or shipping take place until the problem is resolved. Thank you and good day. and he goes back into his little building.
Okay.
The crowd starts to get angry. Like I said before, a lot of them have been here a while as is, and they are riled up at this point, and they start coalescing into, like, a mob trying to break down the door. What do you do?
I think Hesk will join them in breaking down the door.
Yeah, Leo's gonna be like, hey, you get back out here! Come on!
I think Hesk will actually sort of look to the new people, and he's just like,
Smells like an opportunity.
An opportunity for what?
For change.
and he just turns and he starts walking towards the door.
Oh. Okay. I guess I'm staying here, and I think Artemis will kind of like try to back away from the crowd because she's into change, but not like aggressive. Like it's more like the natural order of things, not breaking doors to make change happen.
So definitely a little like insight on Hesk. Hesk both sees opportunity in talking to this harbor master guy, but he also sees the opportunity in the riled up crowd.
Oh,
and he doesn't know which way it's gonna go right now.
Snøfrid, what are you doing?
I look at Barnabus, and I kind of, new friend, old friend.
Okay, we're throwing out the friend word again, and I want to remind everyone that acquaintances come first. So I just want, it's all right, it's okay, it's a common mistake.
Look, I'm counting on you to protect me in this new and unfamiliar city. Which way do you think we should go?
That's right. All right, you probably don't have lodgings yet, and that's all right because
It's true. I literally stepped off the boat 5 minutes ago.
Wow, that's a lie because we were standing in line for 10 minutes. But I like to practice yes no for my improv. Anyway, yes, you just stepped off, and I will take. I know these streets like the back of my hand. I've already got lodging in an inn with my mentor. The inn's name is.
It was the Loosened Buckle.
The Loosened Buckle. I wasn't doing a bit where I forgot the name and briefly paused.
And you would rather go to there's a riot forming. You don't want to maybe, look at that or...
Oh, I'm sure the good people are just going to have a heated conversation in between fervorous knocking on a wooden door.
As the wood is splintering.
Hesk, go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Okay, cool.
First roll of the game, guys.
First
First
roll
roll
of
of the game!
Don't screw it up.
Boy.
I got a +6 to this. That is a 23. That's a 17.
Woo! Starting off strong.
roll.
Nice.
Woo! That's good. That's really
Says
good.
good things for the campaign.
I rolled a riot.
The crowd is like coalescing around this door, and as you like step up, they start to part because you're just so much taller than everyone, and you just walk up to the door and just shoulder into it, and it cracks down the center. It's still it hasn't fully broken yet, but the like 10 people that were around the door before didn't do anything to it.
Awesome. I love also the visual of like the harbor master on the other side of the door, and all he can see like T-Rex or like the Velociraptor in Jurassic Park.
Yep.
You just see like his lizard gecko eye because he has like gecko looking eyes. Just look it up. And you just see like that peering in, like the third eyelid like swishing like back and forth.
I love when a podcast gives me homework.
They're cool eyeballs. They got really cool eyes.
All right, you've seen the door splinter. Anybody else doing anything?
Well, Leo's fully part of this mob.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has obtained a stool somehow. He hasn't thrown it yet, but he's ready to.
Okay.
Artemis maybe not getting back too far because of the size of the mob pushing forward. I'm sorry, I heard something about rooming, Barnabus.
Yeah, stick with me, Artie.
Sure.
We'll just stick with me, and we'll go to the Loosened Buckle. I know what it sounds like. It sounds a little like maybe some of the darker parts of society. hang out there. I assure you, it is not in the red light district of Windsail.
I was over there earlier.
It's a family establishment.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Friendlies or like an Applebee's.
It's a chain. There's loosened buckles all along the coast.
All
you
throughout
mean-
Varlumis. They're looking to expand into Spear.
That's actually what the campaign's gonna be. Is we become managers of a.
Ooh, it's a good thing we bought those Acquisitions Incorporated books.
Yeah, they do it for like franchise opportunities. You own the store. You know, it's really.
You
nice.
just have to pay them for the rights.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Everyone knows the real money's in the real estate of the franchises.
Oh God.
That's true. Welcome to Pear Wasps.
Yeah.
We have
Anyway.
microwaves.
All right. To the loosened buckle.
Okay, are
Away!
Artemis, Barnabas, and Snøfrid heading to the loosened buckle?
And that's a season wrap on Hesk and Leo as they're read out of the show.
Might be a season wrap
Yeah.
on everybody else, to be honest.
Well, I'm torn because I want to stick with my new with my protector, but I also, it's kind of in my job description to not let people get hurt unnecessarily.
I mean, you might see Hesk like about to break down this door. You know, you might
Yeah.
want to like intervene or something like that.
Okay, I think Snøfrid will say to Barnabas, to Barney and Artie,
All right.
you know, he had very sharp teeth, but I think he told the truth when he spoke of opportunity. And Snøfrid will just like push through in the wake of Hesk and lay a hand on his shoulder as the only person in the area taller than him.
Yeah, just like on that, I can imagine that there's like sailors as big as, you know, Hesk. Like part in that crowd wasn't super. I imagine for you though, like you're a centaur. They
Yeah.
have to get out of the way.
Or they will be trampled, correct?
Yeah, exactly. So like, oh, that's such a cool visual of like you going through the angry crowd.
Lay a hand on Hesk's shoulder and say, "My friend, you have shared your food with me, and in my village that makes you family. Perhaps your customs are different here, but," he points to the door, this is not the change you're looking for."
he looks confused and blinks a couple times. This is not the change I'm looking for. And he walks away. No, Hesk will turn back to you, surprisingly calm. Like he's not even super riled up. This almost seems just like, you know, this wasn't him getting riled up as well. This was just him acting
Yeah, go with the
on
flow.
his pure impulse. And he looks to you and he sort of grins and he's just like,
Change can be anything we want it to be. This man, a person, hides behind a wall, preventing others from continuing.
Have you lived in a city before?
No, I do not understand the cities, but I know when I see progress being halted.
Well, if there's a problem, perhaps it would behoove all of us, and she'll like try to catch the eye of Barnabas or Artemis and wave them over, to use our words and ask what's up. So why don't we try that?
Yeah, the listeners couldn't see it, but Barnabas was like putting his hands over his neck, just being like, no, 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 no.
At this point, Leo rolls around, having upgraded to a fully backed chair. He'd be like, "They get in there yet, big guy? We going
No,
in?"
we are going to try
and he sort of looks,
a different approach.
So you may have gotten through to Hesk here, but the rest of the crowd still seems intent on breaking in. And now that the door's splintered, they're going to have an easier time at it.
They're gonna have to get past me. I'm big.
You are large, I will say that, but there are a lot of them.
That's fine. I'm just gonna like rap on the door and be like, "Excuse me, hello, are you in there?"
No.
There are a lot of angry people out here, including, well, I guess he's not angry so much. Just wondering what the holdup is and how long it will be until it is resolved.
As you're trying to talk to the harbor master through the door, this crowd is going to try and push their way through you.
Sure.
Can I assist to raise the DC?
Sure, you can.
Okay.
I will also say you can either try to talk to the crowd, either by persuasion or intimidation.
Intimidation. I don't have persuasion, but my lizard boy has intimidation.
Okay, go ahead and roll an intimidation check for me.
Please be successful. These are the worst ones to fail. No! Oh, that's a 2 on the die. That's a 7.
No, that's not going to do it. They try and push past.
You know what I like? And Leo, if you're okay with this, he like swings around to try and like snarl at the crowd, and you just hit him in the face with the chair on accident.
Well, there you go.
They start, like, some of them get past you, not their full force, but some of them are, like, pushing against the door now, and they're going to try and break it down. They haven't succeeded yet, though. Again, you can talk to them as well, Snøfrid, if you like. Anyone can.
Yeah. That's a good idea with my 7 charisma. That's something I will definitely look into. Yeah, what is everyone else doing?
Well, Leo's gonna look over at Hesk and be like, so, why are we trying to talk this through again?
I do not know, but you hit me with a chair, you jerk.
That might be. Hey, hold on. Hey, guys, look, free chair! And Leo's just gonna fling it into the audience.
Okay, make an attack roll with an improvised weapon of a chair.
You didn't say you were playing a spellcaster. When did you learn summon furniture?
Oh, it's a racial
rip
bone.
up
Still,
floorboards.
Tasha's hideous furniture.
Tasha's hideous rocking chair.
Exactly.
Oh, it's so ugly.
It's so tacky.
all right. So
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
that is going to be a beautiful number known as 19.
Ooh.
You are not proficient, if that matters. You are not proficient with improvised weapons, I don't believe. That still hits somebody in the face, and they're going to take... I'm going to call that probably a D2 of damage.
Okay.
So
all right.
go ahead and roll me a D2.
That was a fully backed chair, though.
It was, but
It was a fully backed chair?
unfortunately,
D3.
it was made of light soft wood.
It was made of balsa wood.
It was made of
Also,
balsa wood. That's
They
why he
actually-
could make it so quickly. It's like an arts and crafts project.
It's just one of those breakaway chairs that they use in movies.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
I
go.
stopped at a prop warehouse, and it was just...
I'm amazed it
first
didn't
thing I
break
grabbed.
on Hesk's face when you hit him with it.
How much damage did you do?
Luckily for that gentleman or lady, they're only taking 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and roll some initiative, and I'm gonna bring you to the mat.
Oh
Oh
no!
boy!
Ooh.
Wait, what?
Initiative.
I didn't want to
Yep.
fight the crowd.
I literally,
Oh.
yeah, exactly. No, when Casey was like, they start rioting and petting his throat, I was like, oh, looks like our first fight as a team is gonna be against a rioting peasants, but like, I didn't mean that.
You didn't mean it,
no.
but it's the case. So go ahead and set yourselves on the dock here. Some of you are going to be closer to this mob here.
There's a giant axe.
Yes, it is a giant axe on the map. Is my mob.
Ah. Okay.
Ah.
It's a really short handle for an axe.
Yeah, it is, but that's just. What
It's
the
made by
token
those
is.
guys who made Mjolnir.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mew Mew.
Artemis, yeah, you're probably a little bit further away.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was just popping myself.
Snøfrid
down,
and Hesk, you are in the mob at this point.
Oh joy, we're in the mosh.
You're in the mosh. I will place you guys in the mosh. You will
Oh,
probably
boy.
be on
Oh,
this
boy.
side of the
Mosh
mosh. here.
pit.
Mosh pit. Open this pit up.
Yeah, I've basically put myself at the exit.
That works too, if that's where you want to be. But we're gonna go ahead and roll some initiative. You'd probably be over here, because Snøfrid made a signal
Sure.
to Barnabus, so you should be within eye line. So that's
Yeah,
probably
I gotcha.
about where we are. Go ahead and give me some of that initiative rolls. We'll do 20 and up first. If
Right
anybody
here,
got it.
baby.
Oh, Leo got 20 up. What'd you get?
23.
23 for Leo on initiative. Okay.
And I got a 21.
15.
Okay, 10 to 15.
No, sir.
Nope.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, 5 to 10.
Yeah, sibling. I rolled that 8.
Ooh,
money.
I got an 8 too. What's your modifier?
Mine's a +1.
Mine's a -1.
Hey!
I have a negative in Dex.
You lose this round, snake boy.
Yeah.
With
Okay.
legs.
Artemis, you're the first to no, Leo, you're the first to act You threw a chair, and you see a couple of them turn to you.
Oh no! I did not mean for it to land there. That's my bad. I take full responsibility. And Leo's just kind of put his arms up, slowly back away, and just book it towards Barnabus and
Okay, are
and
you
Artemis.
disengaging?
Yes.
In game terms? Okay, you disengage
Indeed.
and run back. Now it's Artemis's turn.
I mean, she just sees Leo, like, dead sprinting from the group and is just like, what just happened?
You did see him
And-
throw a chair.
I mean, yeah, but why? It's all part of the same question.
That's fair.
I feel like
What
that's going to be a
just
common
happened?
question this campaign.
Don't worry
What
about
just
it.
happened and why?
I'm gonna pass my turn.
That brings us to Snøfrid.
So Snøfrid is a little disheartened that her words did not calm the crowd. But she will reach into her saddlebags and pull out this. What kind of ball is this? Like
A ball.
Grapefruit.
Yeah, it was
Softball?
slightly larger than grapefruit. No, not a golf ball.
Basketball?
About a grapefruit, slightly larger, smaller than basketball.
Wiffle
Let's play
ball.
20 questions about it.
There's nothing in that size category.
Like a honeydew. like a honeydew or a cantaloupe.
There's
Yeah.
nothing between a cantaloupe and a basketball.
About a 6-inch diameter ball.
It's a cantaloupe.
A sphere made of brass and gold and silver and steel, with all these interlocking parts and gears and weird levers and sort of switches on it, and we'll turn the top, flip the thing. It's like the most, the weirdest Rubik's Cube we've ever seen. Switch a bunch of the sides and mumble some words, and a hole in the side kind of irises open and fog starts pouring out. And I will cover this 20. There are 15 foot. So we can basically just the whole area around the harbor master's office is heavily obscured. No one can see anything.
Okay, I'm gonna paint that on here for me. 20 feet, you said? 20-foot radius?
20-foot radius. Radius or diameter? Radius. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's huge.
Wait,
Okay,
what is
great.
this? Are we blind?
Oh my.
Everything is heavily obscured. You can't see anything.
Oh, that's so
I'm gonna
great.
loosely draw it here. All right.
Perfect. There you go.
Everything
High
gets
art.
covered in a thick fog. It's the mob's turn. They're going to attempt to attack the two of you that are within the mob. It is going to be rolling at disadvantage because it can't see you, but we'll see. First one's going to be at Snøfrid, a 12.
12 does not hit.
Okay.
No.
And against Hesk is going to be a 13.
That will miss. AC 16.
Okay, great. That brings us to Barnabus. You see this fog cloud just appear all around the harbor master's little shack and the mob, and you can't really see into it.
Well, I think our acquaintances have this well in hand. So let's just go back to the loosened belt buckle thing, tavern. Yes. I'm thinking tea. Are you thinking tea?
I could go for tea. Tea sounds great.
Leo, tea?
Yeah, you know what? Tea sounds good right now.
You're deferring your turn. All right. Hesk, you're up.
Hesk this is great, actually, that you put down that smoke grenade, because Hesk shuts his eyes in the smoke and just simply, like, under his breath, maybe you could hear, maybe you couldn't, but he just matters, like,
Change guide my hand.
so I took the fighting style blind fighting. You have blind sight with a range of 10 feet. So
Very
he doesn't
nice.
need to see. He just shuts his eyes and he can just, like, this weird lizard, like, kind of training and whatnot, a combination of multiple things. And he will swing out with his great sword.
You know, is it kind of like how snakes see in like heat signatures?
It might be like that. It might be like a genetic thing. He can't see very far with it, so he just sees these like fuzzy red and bluish kind of images around him.
I picture it kind of like a tremor sense kind of thing as well, like where you're feeling the vibrations of people's movements.
I think it's just a bunch of different senses that he has
Yeah.
that only really reach out to this like 10 feet area.
Cool.
And as cool as that was, that's a natural one.
Hey!
All right.
So cool.
Change. You call on Change to guide your hand, and you can feel like you're about to hit something, and then your hand just sort of gets bumped up over somebody's head, almost as if fate and change was guiding your hand.
Okay, I like that because I'm gonna do another one of my treats things as a bonus action. I could do this once a short rest. I'm gonna try and do a bite attack.
Oh no.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Come on. There we go. Okay, that's a 20 total. Dirty 20.
Definitely hits, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, then. So basically, like, he feels this kind of bump with his... and then he lets go of the sword with one of his hands, grabs them, and then just pulls them in and bites them wherever he can. That is going to be 8 piercing damage.
8 piercing damage. Okay, so you just bite into this guy's throat, and he is just bleeding out. 8 piercing damage. Okay. Oops, that's not the
Yeah, I
number
can't
that
really do
wanna change.
non-lethal with that attack.
No, I'm going to say that...
You could. You
can.
definitely
Technically,
could.
Yeah, bite their arm or something. But you did not say non-lethal.
I think Hesk is really in the moment right now. Like, the blind fighting kind of affected him. And that was a lethal.
Okay, that brings us back to the top of the order, Leo. Everything is now obscured in this thick fog.
So, just so you guys know, that wasn't me. I just did the chair.
Who threw the stool?
Yeah, chair. Stool's
Chair?
over there.
Okay.
Actually, that's a nice stool. I'm gonna actually, he's gonna walk over and just pick up the stool that he put down before. All right, you said tea, huh?
Yeah, let's go. I mean, a friend that gave us bread.
I'm sure they'll meet up with us. I mean, I hear
Yes.
Earl Grey is really good in this economy, I hear.
I like to imagine that you're like, yeah, the friend who gave us bread, and as that's happening, you just hear a scream in the crowd, and just some blood like shoots out of the smoke.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you can definitely hear the scream of the guy who got his throat ripped out.
All right, I guess we'll move quickly then, before more people come for tea. As Snøfrid.
If you two want to join us, we're gonna be over at the. Where you guys gonna go for the tea?
Yeah, the loosened buckle.
Ah, that's where I'm staying. That's pretty funny, actually. We're going to loosen belt buckle.
Are you starting to leave, Leo?
Yeah, just kind of like shifting back every so often, just to make sure no one sees him. Just
Okay, yeah. You can
checking,
start walking off.
making sure.
Artemis?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow
Follow
suit
Leo?
lead? Yeah, well, we're all going to the same place. I think we're walking at the same time,
Yeah.
but our turn order allows us to walk in 3 shifts.
Yeah, you're walking together. You're walking together. Okay.
Barda, every 6 seconds walks 30 feet. You guys coming? Walks
Yeah.
30 feet. Leo, you coming? Walks 30 feet.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so you guys start walking off. That's going to bring us to Snøfrid.
Barnabas, you called for me?
Yeah, on my turn, I'm gonna do another attempt at roleplay, so we can have that as well.
Okay. Good people, please calm down and also sit down. And I will cast Grease.
Ooh, okay.
And slip, turn 2 dials on the code sphere, and the same opening, irises open, and just like motor oil spills out over the crowd's feet. It's technically a 10-foot square, and they look larger than
They
that.
are
But
15-foot square, yeah.
yeah, so
I'll let them...
most of them,
Yeah, I'll make the save. It's Dex, right?
a dex save. Yes.
Okay. That is a 12.
That's a fail. So they all fall down.
Okay, they fall on their butts. Just slip sliding on this grease. Hesk, you also, I'm going to have roll it.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say acrobatics or athletics.
Dex save.
Oh, good, a dex save. I love those.
I'm sure you're great at it.
15.
That passes.
Yeah. Oh my
Okay,
God.
you stay on your feet.
Woo! Awesome. Okay.
Look at us building like a party, like rapport over here. Just the two of
I
us.
love it.
The only characters in this story.
What do you mean? I think most of the
Yeah,
story
I guess
is
for the-
where we
for
get
the-
tea.
The purposes of this combat, Leo, Barnabus, and Artemis have kind of taken themselves out. So unless you guys tell me otherwise, I'm going to just skip over your turns, assuming that you're going back to the loosened buckle.
I have just lagged a little bit behind, so I can give one final shout to Snøfrid.
Okay.
It is not your turn yet. It is the mob's turn first.
Well, okay.
You're gonna have to wait for that.
You can say
Great
whatever you
timing.
like. I'm just letting you know that.
I like how you said shut up in the nicest of ways.
Please go ahead and say what you would like.
Talking is a free action.
It is, yes. But he did say he wanted to say it on his turn, so I was just reminding. You can say it if you want.
Snøfrid, can you come outside of the mob so I can protect you through our journey in the town? Just come outside of the mob, the angry mob, and then I can protect you and show you to the lucid buckle. We're going to have tea, Snøfrid.
Loosened buckle. Got it. Thank you.
I think you said lucid buckle. It's loosened buckle.
So I have an accent.
Oh, got you. Got it. Bring the scaled fellow.
Yeah,
I
just
think
in the
will have a great
smoke,
time.
you just hear like a loud yelling, basically. The subtitles would just say loud acts of violence.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Speaking of loud acts of violence, the mob is going to go ahead and stand up. Do they have to make another save to stand up, Snøfrid?
No. If they end their turn there, they will have to
Save
save
again.
or fall
But they're
down
going to
again.
start their turn and they're going to stand up and then make their attacks at both you and Hesk again.
These guys are
What is
are
it? Wait, what is the
bloodthirsty.
point of this spell?
I was hoping to knock them down and make them think about their life choices, but apparently they just really want to kill
That's
us.
usually what happens when I
Kill, get
fall
you
down.
out of the way.
Yeah, that's my B.
That's
Alright.
going to be a 17 to hit Snøfrid.
That's a hit.
And it's going to be a 16 to hit Hesk.
16 hits me exactly. That's my AC.
Okay, so Snøfrid, you're going to take 5 damage. And Hesk, you're going to take 7.
Woo! Woo!
As they, kind of slam you against the building and push against you, and you can feel the door starting to crack even more. And inside, you can kind of hear the harbor master a little bit being like, oh god, I'm just a messenger. I don't know what they're doing. And I think Artemis, you have the highest passive perception, correct?
Mine is yeah, it's a 16.
Although you're kind of far away at this point. What are your passive perceptions, Snøfrid and Hesk?
Mine is 14.
10.
Does it matter that Barnabus is lagging behind and his passive is 15?
That's true. He did say he was lagging behind.
That's true.
He did.
Okay. So, Barnabus
Aha, a
and
technicality.
Hesk. Barnabas and Hesk, both of you start to hear a gurgling coming from underneath the dock. And that's where we'll
What?
end our session.
Oh.
What?
Oh!
What does that mean? We hear a gurgling?
Yeah, you hear a gurgling
No!
underneath the dock.
That is terrifying.
What the?
What?
No.
Don't we have 45 minutes left?